Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you episode 36 of my brand new Comics Haul series. This is of course the series where each and every week when I head down to my local comic shop and pick up all the new books I'm going to be getting that week, I show you guys everything I got and tell you a little bit about every single issue. So let's pull these comics out of the bag as usual. Bag is feeling pretty light today, that's weird. What? 3 issues? That's only 3 this week?
Yeah, that's all they had.
There were only 3 at the shop?
Just the 3.
There's no way. Only 3?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
No?
You think this is a joke? This is serious.
Okay, yeah.
This is ridiculous. You're fired.
I don't even work for you.
No, you're fired.
I don't work for you.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Hey, come back here.
Hey.
Alright, well, let's get right into this week's comic book haul. This week I've only got 3 issues from Marvel, and that's it. Nothing from Image or, DC or anyone else. Just the 3 issues. It was a nice small week compared to the last couple weeks where I got like 10 issues each in September. But we do have some pretty exciting releases this week, and I've got a couple of extras to show off at the end. So, starting it off this week with Marvel Comics, this is one of my most anticipated issues in a long time. This goes to Amazing Spider-Man number 75, and this is really exciting. Nick Spencer's run just ended with issue number 74, and I really liked that finale. It was pretty confusing for a little bit, but then everything in that huge finale cleared it all up, and now at the end of that, this is, I guess, sort of a spoiler, Peter Parker and Mary Jane are still together, and that's just kind of where it ended. The Kindred saga is over, and now Zeb Wells is writing this issue with art by Patrick Gleason. I've looked inside. The artwork is amazing. The colors are by Marcio Menes, and they really pop off the page. I think it's definitely some of Gleason's best work, and he's really paired with a good colorist. I have some good faith that Zeb Wells is going to do a good job, but this creative team is only doing the first couple issues of this new Beyond Corporation, arc of Spider-Man. It's going to be a whole bunch of different writers who are all revolving, taking turns, and a whole bunch of different artists, and it's coming out 3 times a month. But this is the return of Ben Reilly. We've seen a couple little snippets of what this run is actually going to be like in the Free Comic Book Day issue, and then last issue of ASM we saw like this weird little 10-page story where Ben Reilly was like breaking some person out of jail, and we'll see what happens to Peter. In the next issue we see him like in a hospital bed with MJ by his side, and everyone thought that was going to be dealing with the aftermath of Spencer's run, but now after the end of Nick Spencer's run, seeming like Peter is actually totally fine. So who knows, maybe something is going to happen to him at the end of this issue. We have a couple of backup stories that I was noticing in the back there that are written by other people who are going to be writing continuing story arcs of the Amazing Spider-Man series. So my most anticipated issue of the week by far, the huge oversized Amazing Spider-Man number 75. Can't wait to read it. And next up from Marvel Comics this week, I've got Defenders, issue number 3. So I was excited to see that an issue of Defenders was coming out this week. It's only going to be a 5-issue series, but those first couple issues we got were spectacular. I definitely recommend Defenders if you haven't hopped on it yet, but it's just this insane series written by Al Ewing with art by Javier Rodriguez. The art style is very strange. There's all of these like weird shapes and stuff. Kind of reminds you of like Steve Ditko or maybe Jack Kirby artwork with all the cool shapes and things. Al Ewing is going on this idea, and I guess he might have been the one to introduce this. I'm not sure if it was his idea in Marvel Comics or not, but there's been these different universes over the years, and just the main Marvel universe that's always been followed in comics, there's been like 8 different iterations of it, and it ends every couple trillion years or whatever the timeline might be, and then it's reborn. So Galactus is like the only guy who was in the previous universe, and we saw this ragtag team of Defenders with Red Harpy, Doctor Strange, the Masked Raider. They all went to that previous reality, and then based on solicitations for upcoming issues, I think they're going to be going to the future, to the farther past, and a whole bunch of other things. I guess I'll give this one the award for best creative team of this week. I usually give out awards to all the different issues, the ones that I'm the most excited for. So that's Defenders issue number 3. Can't wait to read it. And for the final new issue that I picked up this week, I've got Deadpool, Black, White, and Blood, issue number 3 of 4. This is just another little Black, White, and Blood miniseries, the 3rd one that Marvel has done. They also announced there's an Elektra Black, White, and Blood miniseries coming up, so that's probably where I'll stop collecting the Black, White, and Blood stuff from Marvel, because I'm not a big Elektra fan. I don't know that much about her. But the idea is just kind of what the title suggests. It's these different stories about different characters, just, hopping around their timeline. Doesn't really matter. They're just short stories that have never been told before, and it's told in only black and white, except for the color color red, and it's usually used for blood, but also the colorists have been using it to portray like emotions, and just Deadpool's costume is mostly red. I guess I'll give this best cover art of the week. This isn't like my favorite cover ever, but it is by Kev Walker, and it is kind of funny, and I like Kev Walker's art style. So that's Deadpool Black, White, and Blood number 3. And now to finish off this tiny little first week of October comics haul, I got an issue that I missed last week. I actually got this over the weekend at a different comic shop. Those guys have everything, so I managed to find it. This is Black Cat, issue number 10. This is part 3 of the Infinity Score story arc. It's written by Jed McKay with art by C.F. Vila, and I really liked this issue. I actually already read it. It's kind of turning out that this isn't having to do that much with the Infinity Stones. That's the kind of the whole point of this story arc, is that it's the follow-up to the Infinite Destinies event, which wrapped up, it was like 8 issues spanning across Marvel annuals and all the different corners of the Marvel Universe, and it was introducing all of these different stone bearers that all the Infinity Stones have gone to. But now we've seen Black Cat trying to kidnap all these different stone bearers and bring them together. It turns out that Dr. Doom is the person that hired her, and this is the final issue of like the regular scheduled Black Cat ongoing series. It's ending after issue 10, but the huge conclusion to the Infinity Score story arc is in a special one-shot. So it's still a really good comic, even if it's probably not going to have too many effects in the Marvel Universe, or too many effects in the Infinity Stones in general. So that's Black Cat issue number 10. It was a really good issue. And finally, for the last little thing that I've got here, I was looking around my local comic shop after I had gotten my issues, and I figured, I'm only getting 3 new issues this week, and I've had my eye on this for a little bit. Why not just grab it? Only for $1. I got the Ice Cream Man Image First special edition. Image First is just where, like a year or so, probably a lot of times later, after the issue actually originally comes out, they just reprint it for $1. It's definitely a steal if you haven't read the series yet, so I thought, why not? I've heard really good things about Ice Cream Man, and it's some sort of horror series. To be honest, I don't know too many details on how it works, but I do know that it's an anthology series. Every single issue is a different, like, self-contained horror story, and I guess the Ice Cream Man, some, like, creepy guy, is the person behind it all. I don't know. Any readers of Ice Cream Man, let me know down in the comment section below exactly how the anthology series works, but it's cool to know that this is just going to be a self-contained story anyway, so I'm not going to be like left on a cliffhanger. So I appreciate that. I'm excited to read it, to try out Ice Cream Man for the first time. Alright, well that's every single one of the brand new issues that I picked up from my local comic shop today. Only 3. It was a very light week, kind of a needed break from all the huge weeks that I've been having. Now that big stack that I'm looking over there by my bedside, I can try to get through that all probably this weekend, because I don't have any new issues to read, only these 3. So I can't wait to read Amazing Spider-Man 75. Look out for my review of that issue. Definitely my most anticipated, but then Defenders number 3 is a really good series, and I can't recommend it enough. And then, of course, that Deadpool Black, White, and Blood number 3. I don't really know what to expect. I'm not, like, super excited about it, but the series has been good so far, and I'm excited to see some creators' takes on the Black, White, and Blood idea. So if you got some good information from this video, or if you enjoyed it at all, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That's the big red button, which is sitting right below this video. You can also hit the notifications bell, which is sitting right next to it. You'll be notified every single time I post a new video if you don't want to miss any. So that's everything from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye, guys.